Hello everyone, I'm AT Storm Track meteorologist Austin Haskins. It was a chilly and rainy day across western Wisconsin on our Tuesday. The rain began a little bit earlier than forecasted as the atmosphere did become a little more saturated a little bit earlier in the day. But the rain overall was pretty light for the most part. Here are some of the rainfall totals from the recording sites around the area. Most locations picked up about 1/10 to 1/3 of an inch. The highest totals were actually in around Eau Claire. We had 4/10 at the airport, 4,500 at the TV station, and then some of the lighter blues, even a few spots of green, indicating totals closer to 1/2 inch and maybe even a little bit higher than that in parts of Buffalo, Trempealeau counties, and then also into Wabasha and Winona counties in Minnesota. And since midnight through 7 a.m., we haven't seen much since. A couple of spots, 1 to 1/100 of an inch. We did see about 1/10 of an inch or so down in Black River Falls. And this is all thanks to our low pressure system and stationary boundary that's been with us here for the last day or so, and will be with us here for the next few days yet as it gets closer to our area, and the low is going to strengthen and move up through the Dakotas, and this stationary front is going to turn into a warm front. High pressure will slide southeast, and that will give us a warmer and breezy end to the week as those winds turn south to southeast. And again, we're tracking those chances for rain as we're not quite done with it yet here over the next couple of days. And then I just mentioned the warmer temperatures, and after today we'll have breezy conditions for several days. So that part of the forecast will actually continue beyond the passing of the system heading into Friday and Friday night once the cold front comes through. So today winds still pretty light, about 5 to 10 miles per hour, but will become breezy tomorrow and especially on Friday. Could have a few gusts tomorrow up to 25 miles per hour, and then on Friday sustained winds of 10 to 20 could gust up to 30, maybe an isolated gust to 35 miles per hour. So Future Track's going to show a couple of sprinkles and light showers around this morning. And really today, a lot of us are going to stay dry, but I can't rule out an isolated shower or sprinkle here and there. And if you're lucky, it's not a guarantee, and the chances for this are very low overall, but we may see a few spots see the sun peek out, especially in the afternoon and early this evening before the sun goes down. It's not, again, not guaranteed, but there's a chance a few spots could see the sun peek out for the second half of the day today. And then we'll see rain chances return again later tonight, mainly after about 10 or 11 p.m. and especially after midnight into Thursday morning, as a broken line of light to moderate scattered showers will pass through, and that'll continue into the Thursday morning commute. So we may have a little bit of rain around for that drive into work or heading off to school, or if you are one that does some early morning errands, might be running into some rain. Now, that's ahead of the warm front. We could actually see some redevelopment in the afternoon hours as the actual warm front makes its way through, as you'll see that here. Then into Thursday night, we'll actually remain on the dry side of things with a mostly cloudy sky. We'll be remaining on the breezy side as well. Then into Friday, we're going to see a mix of sun and clouds to a mostly cloudy sky. As the cold front gets closer into the afternoon and into Friday evening, we will see a chance for a few showers and storms. Future Track here, the latest run is not showing that. This is the graph model we're looking at. Other data is showing a few showers and storms. So I'm wondering if maybe this is either going to be a trend that maybe this front comes through either slower or a little bit drier, or this is just maybe one model that's a bit of an outlier. So we'll watch trends on that, but I still think we're going to have a chance for showers and even a couple of isolated thunderstorms along that front Friday afternoon into Friday night. And then again, as you see over the weekend, we'll actually quiet things down a little bit before maybe a slight chance returns towards the end of that extended forecast. And additional rainfall totals through Saturday look to me anywhere from about another 1/10 to about 1/2 inch or so. And again, I showed you this graphic if you were watching yesterday on air or during my web forecast here, the precipitable water values. And again, the reason why we didn't see that rain reach the ground early yesterday morning is because we had such dry air in place. Those values were down around 1/2 inch or so, but now they're up to about 1 inch, even a little bit higher than that. And those values will stay around 1 inch to 1.25 inches here today. But look what happens overnight tonight. We actually see another increase in the moisture levels heading into Thursday morning. We get up to maybe about 1.5 inches to 2 inches or so in a couple of spots. So there's going to be some extra moisture around heading into Thursday afternoon and Thursday night, as we're actually going to see the dew points come up into the mid to upper 50s. So rain chances, again, will be with us, and with this extra moisture around, again, a moderate to heavier burst of rain in a few isolated locations can't be totally ruled out. So your hometown forecast highs today, mid to upper 50s. This is pretty close to average this time of the year. The average high in Eau Claire today is 59 degrees. And then for tonight, we're only going to fall back generally to the upper 40s and lower 50s. A little bit cooler northeast because we may see a little bit of clearing in the evening. For tomorrow, we're looking at highs around 60 northeast, but most of us in the mid 60s, maybe upper 60s. You get down towards Arcadia, Durand, and Alma. And then on Friday, looking at highs in the low to mid 70s. So this will likely end up being the warmest day of the next 7 because we will see those temperatures come back down a little bit on Saturday to the 60s, upper 50s Sunday. And then temperatures will kind of bounce back and forth between the 50s and 60s to start next week. And as I mentioned earlier, the winds will still remain on the breezy side.